Vroom. Skirt. Whew. Oh, man. What do you think, man?
Hold on a second. It's time for a snack.
Are you flaming kidding me? Is it a banana? How long did you have that in there? What do you think?
That was 8.
Oh my god. How long were you waiting to say that?
I thought about it halfway through the movie.
Oh my gosh.
No, I loved it.
Did you dig it?
Yeah, I think it's my favorite of the 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I can't get enough of these, man.
Yeah.
I hope they keep making them.
I don't think I think that's the end. I mean, obviously,
I've heard it both ways.
Really?
I've heard there was a report that the 4th one's already in the works.
really?
I don't know where they go from here.
Especially with Caesar being gone.
Caesar dying. I gotta tell you, man. I feel sadder about Caesar dying than like most human people in movies.
Yeah.
He's a character who I have really, really loved in all 3 of these movies, and for him to be gone really bums me out.
Yeah.
So this goes for Caesar and really for the apes in general in these movies.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, I don't know when it was, some point during the trilogy, it stops mattering that they're apes.
Mm-hmm.
They're different. They're not people.
Right.
But it doesn't matter that they're apes, and
Right.
especially Caesar. Caesar is a character that you can identify with,
Mm-hmm.
even though he happens to be an ape. But he's just so cool.
I was thinking that too, like, because I just recently watched the other 2, and I was thinking about how, like, you at a certain point, so like the first one, you still like are in with the humans, right?
Mm-hmm.
You love James Franco, and Caesar's kind of a douche in the first one, and then comes back around at the end. The second one, it's very middle ground,
Mm-hmm.
and then this one, it's full like you're with the apes. You
Yep.
hope they win. You hope the humans all die. Woody Harrelson's a douchebag.
Yep.
You just want the apes to win. So it's just interesting that they can make you feel that way with this type of movie.
Well, it's a couple things. So, have you watched any of the OG Planet of the Apes? Okay, so you wouldn't like them. I can tell you right now,
Yeah.
because it's all like, I mean, they started in the '60s, and it's like pretty poor makeup
Yeah.
compared to what they can do now. But now, like with the CGI that they have now and the mocap that they're doing, there wasn't a second of this movie that I realized. I mean, if you showed this to a person and that didn't know what movies were, they'd be like, "How the hell did you get those apes to actually speak?"
Right.
Because it's impeccable, like how great it looks,
Yeah.
and how convincing they are, and so how great it looks visibly, and then Andy Serkis and what he can do, and even some of the other ones too, but specifically Andy Serkis and what he can do in a mocap suit,
Mm-hmm.
and how they can translate even just his little facial tics
Yeah.
into Caesar is incredible.
Yeah.
It's like watching a guy. And I've heard people say this before, and definitely, like, Serkis needs to get some sort of award for what he's doing.
Right.
Because, like, you can... who won Best Actor last year? Was it Casey Affleck? Won
Yeah.
for crying a bunch and being a sad guy. Like, that's pretty hard to do. But he got to be a man, at least. Andy Serkis is playing... He's having a bunch of crap taped to his face. He's wearing extra arms so that he can crawl around like an ape.
Yeah.
And he acts like an ape who acts like a man.
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense. There's no book that you can go from. And he's doing stuff that no one else is doing, and it's
Yeah.
so incredible to see him, and he pulls you in. Like, you can't watch that movie and not be so down with Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
He's the coolest character.
Yeah, because he's like the advocate for the apes, but he's also an advocate for humans.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how bad he goes, because towards the middle of that movie, you think he's just full ape.
Yep.
He wants to kill all the humans, but he flips back and he's not completely there,
Mm-hmm.
which is awesome. As much as I love Caesar, I think my favorite character is Maurice. He's
Maurice the big one.
Yeah. From the beginning, because he's always been the whole time he was Caesar's conscious. Conscious. Can't say that word. He the whole time he's advising him what to do to stay calm, and he's always an advocate for the humans. He's the advocate for the humans.
Yep.
He's the one telling Caesar to protect the humans, and he's just like the good-hearted character the whole time. Yep. I love him.
He's fortunate to be able to be that.
Mm-hmm.
Caesar is good at heart, but he can't always afford to be good.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to lead, and he's got to protect his people. So he's got to beat some people up sometimes. Maurice has the benefit of not having to do that, and so he can act as the conscious. And it's really cool because that's people.
Yeah.
You know, that's people. And I can't say enough how, especially in this, like, over the course of the series, and then definitely in this one, I mean, they're people. Mm-hmm. They're just a different kind of people, and it's so cool how they can reel you in, and make you identify with these characters and feel for them emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
And they're, you know, it's Andy Serkis crawling around in a green suit.
Yeah.
You know, it's so crazy to think about, and it's amazing what they're able to do with this stuff now. It's just insane. So Caesar in this one, he has a really cool arc for me. So he just wants to be left alone. He doesn't want to screw with the humans. He just wants to be peaceful. And the people keep coming after him. They defend themselves. The apes do, but then he shows mercy and he says, look, man, I don't want to fight at all. Leave me the hell alone.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson shows up, kills Caesar's family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So now Caesar flips that switch like you were talking about. He's not good guy Caesar anymore.
Yeah.
He's going after Woody Harrelson's head. And then he learns about Woody Harrelson and his kind of struggle, which I didn't see coming at all.
No.
I thought he was just going to be just bad dude, typical war movie enemy guy.
Yeah.
One-dimensional, but he had a really cool
Yeah.
kind of story too, which was really interesting. So you kind of end up feeling for him, and Caesar kind of has this whole big circle that he comes around, and when he has the chance to get his revenge on, he doesn't do it.
Right.
He doesn't do it.
Yeah.
So cool.
Speaking of the Woody Harrelson thing, because going into this movie, obviously I knew there was going to be some sort of war. So 2 parts on this. The first one, I didn't expect Blue Eyes to die, because Blue Eyes is a huge part.
Yeah.
At least in the second one. But it makes sense as the catalyst for Caesar to go full bad.
Yep.
The other one, though, is the title, War for the Planet of the Apes, isn't the war between the apes and the humans.
No.
It's the war between the humans and the humans.
Yep.
And I don't know, who are the white hooded...
They were just more army.
But who? Because it seems like Woody Harrelson was America still. But...
Yeah, and so were the guy that came at the end.
Okay.
They're all, I think, American soldiers. Woody Harrelson has defected and gone against orders.
Okay.
And they think he's a psycho, and they're coming to relieve him of power. Because he's made threats to it. He's killed his own people to contain the virus. Which also is like... God, you can't condemn Woody Harrelson even. Because they explain his motivations, how he's lost family, and he's trying to contain the virus and save his people. He's doing the same stuff Caesar's doing.
Yeah.
And that's what Caesar realizes when he decides not to kill him. And so it's, you really want to hate Woody Harrelson.
See, the him not killing him thing, I could see it 2 ways here. I can see your way, but the way I was thinking was that he didn't kill him because Woody Harrelson was so afraid of the virus and becoming, basically an ape, that he wanted him to either kill himself, which he ended up doing, or live like an ape. He wanted him to feel that.
Oh, that's so horrible.
Yeah.
So that's his revenge. He's not giving him the easy way out.
Yeah.
He's condemning him to this life. Oh, that's way worse.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, I wasn't seeing Caesar forgiving him. I was seeing, because, and I know Woody Harrelson had the motivations behind it, but it's still awful.
Oh, yeah, he did some bad stuff.
He was a great villain. I loved him as a villain. I loved Woody Harrelson, and I loved him as a villain in this.
He is so hateable.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know what it is. Something about the way he talks.
Just the way he talks, and the way he delivers the evilness in his backstory. He's so easy to hate, and it's great. His arc was there was you could sympathize with it, but at the same time, when Caesar finally got to that point, I was like, okay, that's pretty awesome the way you're doing that. Because I was sitting there, and it's like, I could see it either going either way. I could see him shooting him right in the head, or I could see him letting him live and die out as that. And then when he ended up killing himself, I'm like, okay, that's good too. You know?
Yeah. That's like chilling. Now, like I gotta chill thinking about that, because I didn't see it like I saw it like he was showing mercy finally.
Yeah.
But that's some dark shit.
Yeah.
Maybe that was his motive. Maybe he did get his revenge that way.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. I think you're right.
So the virus thing, that, again, 2 parts. First thing is I kind of saw that like when they came across the people shot and buried, I was like, okay, there's a virus or something. And kind of hinted at it with when that girl had the nosebleed and she kept talking, like, okay, that's something weird. But that's really cool how they do the virus.
Yep.
Because how it turns around from apes being smart and humans turning into apes. It's just like a flip-flop.
Flips it, yep.
And that's really cool. I really like that device.
They did, and so I'm not I think I saw the old Charlton Heston Planet of the Apes like one time when I was a kid. But I'm kind of familiar with the story. And they did a really good job over the course of these 3 movies to build the world that you know of from that movie. Because in Planet of the Apes, the people that are on the planet are like the girl. Most of them can't talk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're very simple. They're very simple, and they're slaves to the apes.
Okay.
Just like Woody Harrelson is kind of talking about in the movie. And you get the smart apes, and the people are mostly wiped out, but the ones that are left have this virus, so they can't talk.
So when Caesar's family dies, and he finally, Cornelius pops out behind that rock. I was like, do they know what, like, love? I want to know what love is. Do they
want you to show me?
Do they know what love is? Like, is Caesar I wonder if James Franco ever told him what love is, but does he know what that is? Is he going to say that to him? And then he does say it to him at the end of the movie. I loved that the whole time.
Yeah. I'm glad you picked up on that, because that was something that I noticed too. He hugs him at the end after they've saved the day. He hugs him and he says, "I love you, son."
Yeah.
And it's if you're not thinking about it, it's kind of just a throwaway line that you wouldn't really think about. But if you think about it, he knows how to love.
Yeah.
And that is incredible to be able to express it.
Yeah.
And Caesar is always ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
But that is like, if Caesar wasn't human yet, now he is. As soon as he expresses his love and says it to the kid, that hit me right in the chest.
Yeah.
That was a really cool. I'm glad you got that too, because I was afraid I'd be the only one. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I agree with you. You know what else I really dug? And I think you did too, because I could hear you kind of laughing. I don't know, Bad Ape? Was that what what his name was?
I don't think they gave him a name, but that was awesome.
So he's the guy that they found, the ape that they found, and he is also intelligent. So what you find out is that it's not just Caesar's group. It's all apes.
Yep.
The virus that's spreading harms humans, but it makes the apes all smart.
Yep.
And he's smart, but he hasn't learned the way all of Caesar's people has. And so he's simple, I think is a pretty good way to put it.
Yeah.
And the way he says all of his, I don't know who the actor is, but the way they deliver all those lines, it's very funny for him to, what do they have? They've got binoculars, and he holds them up backwards, and he's like, uh-oh!
Small.
Why is it so small? And Maurice just kind of turns him around.
Yeah.
And the movie needs comic relief.
Yeah.
It's a heavy movie a lot of the time. So the comic relief character, Bad Ape, I guess is what we're calling him, he was tight. I liked him a lot.
And the thing I liked about him being the comedic relief is that it was just him. Whereas a lot of movies where they have serious tones, the character who's supposed to be serious will throw in a little thing. Whereas with him, it's just him. He's the only thing that he's never serious. He's always funny. Whereas the rest of the characters can be their roles. Yep. And Maurice he kind of walks that line a little bit because he joins on, but Caesar never goes into a joking mood in the movie. It's just that Bad Ape guy.
Caesar means business. All that. He's got one motivation, and it's protect the apes.
Yep.
It was. I can't get enough of Caesar, man. I could go on for an hour about Caesar. I think what a lot of people are expecting going into this is And the trailers want you to think this too. Like, it's a war between Caesar and his group and Woody Harrelson and their group. And you don't really get that. And I guess that's my point is, like, I came in expecting, like, some crazy ape action shots with some gun stuff. You don't get a ton of that.
Yeah.
So I could see people being disappointed by that. But what you do get is really, really good.
Yeah.
You have, and I really love this because you get, in the beginning, they open on the soldiers making their way through the forest. It definitely gives you like an old, like, Vietnam movie vibe. They've all got, like, nicknames on their helmets and stuff, and all it needs is, like, Fortunate Son to be playing, and it's a Vietnam movie. And they have their little fight, and then there's kind of a big part in the middle where Caesar's kind of going, do I take revenge? Do I not? How do I keep the apes safe? And then they all get imprisoned, and you get a prison escape movie.
Yeah.
It's like 3 movies.
There's a bunch of different movies.
Yeah, it was really cool. They combined elements of a lot of different movies, and I thought they did it really well. Sometimes you get things like that, and it's kind of an identity crisis for a movie. I thought they did it pretty well in this. Yeah.
No, there was a bunch of different movies in that. One thing I thought at the beginning, which just kind of made me chuckle, was talking about the beginning where they're, the humans are coming up and they're just doing an attack on the apes, and then the apes flipping around and they throw the spears. I'm like, this is 300 with apes. This is Sparta. The things go. Yeah, I was like, okay, this is 300 right now.
All I needed was more slow-mo.
Yeah.
Great movie. I think we both loved it.
Yeah.
There are some nitpicks we can make.
Hey, the one thing, though, that took me out of it for a second, and it was like, come on, think about this. So when Caesar takes the grenade, throws it into the giant gas thing, it blows up everything. And this is a weapons base. Something is gonna blow up.
Yep.
Someone just needed to shoot the wrong way, and that whole place is going up. Yep. Everyone's dying. There goes your weapons. I was like, are you kidding me?
It was a poorly designed.
Yeah. Not only a poorly designed place, but poorly just thought out, like a shot. Which, I mean, you have to have that shot for everyone to die and for it to make sense. But no one would ever make that. It just made me laugh. I was like, okay, the first one blows up. There's one tank there, cool. And then the other one starts on fire, and Caesar's like, oh God, gotta get out of here. Yep. And everything blows up. Yep. I'm like, okay, that's too much.
I had a couple things too. One thing that kind of bothered me for like a lot of the movie. So Caesar speaks almost all the time, but most of the other apes do sign language. And there were a number of times in the movie where I was watching it, and they'll be behind Caesar, or he's not looking at them, and they'll do a sign, there'll be a subtitle, and he'll respond, but he wasn't looking at him.
Yeah.
And, that's a minor kind of nitpick, but I noticed it, and it kind of took me out. I was like, how are you communicating? And they'll, like, maybe grunt. Maybe the grunts are supposed to mean something. But I was watching it, and then after a while, I started focusing on that, and so that kind of took me out a little bit, was the sign language thing. And that's, again, and he's just turned his head, So another thing that, again, it's a nitpick. I thought at times, so the movie's 2 hours, 20 minutes long. Pretty long movie. And I think at times the pacing was just a little bit too slow. Yeah. There was a couple kind of watch check moments, you know?
I thought that too. There were times when it was right smack dab in the middle, where it was just too slow. I think there's too much of being captured. I would have preferred less of them being in the cages.
They really hammer that home. There's a lot of scenes that really show the brutality that they're going through at the slave camp, which is important to the movie. I just think that they could have made some cuts in the middle third of the movie to shorten it up by 15 minutes or so. Yeah.
2.5 hours might have been too long.
Yeah, it's a long one, and everything in it is compelling. It's just it's just a little slow sometimes between kind of the action sets.
I did find myself, a little tired there for a second. I'm notorious for falling asleep during movies, and I never went out, but I kind of lost focus for a little bit. It was mostly around right after, it was maybe 10 minutes after the humans started really being in it. After Caesar had been captured. It just seemed like they were talking too much and giving a lot of backstory, and then they just kept dragging it out with the.
Yep. I dig this series so much.
Yeah.
I think that, yes, they're apes, but it's trying to say it's a lot about humans.
Yeah.
It's using apes, but it's got some things to say. There's some themes in there that I think are really cool. And again, at times you forget you're looking at a bunch of apes riding around on horses. And, the characters in this, there's so much cool. There's so much cool stuff.
Should we wrap up?
We should wrap it up. We dug this, right? You dug this?
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome. It was a really cool... If this is the end of the trilogy, that's fine.
Yeah.
Really, it's a really great set of 3 movies.
Yeah.
But I would love to see them go on. I want more out of these guys. I'm really bummed about Caesar being dead, but all of the actors did an amazing job, and what a challenge that stuff is. I can't say enough good things. All the themes about the movie hit home for me, and I ate it up.
Not as much action as I was expecting, but I mean, the great story was great. The characters, the connections were great. Relationships. Mm-hmm. No, definitely 2 opposable thumbs up.
Oh my gosh.
But no, I don't know. I don't know if I want more, because I mean, the Caesar being gone. But
yeah, Caesar really is he's so cool. I love Caesar.
Yeah.
Just give me more Caesar. Caesar prequel. Well, I guess I already had that.
Yeah, this is a prequel. And there can't be any more prequel.
I just want more Caesar, man. That's all I want. Now we gotta go in and get a hold of the Charlton Heston version and watch that. What do you say?
I'm gonna go finish my bananas.
See some old crappy makeup.